In this video, I'm going to talk about the mind. I'm going to talk about the ego, the mind, and how deceptive it can be. Because this is like, I mean, if you can deal with your mind, this is where the game of life is played. It's played right here. And if you can deal with your mind, then you can win this game and you can graduate. You can be over with this samsara, this cycle of death and rebirth. So, before I share with you guys the epiphany that I had this morning, if you have not subscribed to this channel and you would like to gain some knowledge on how to exit samsara, the cycle of death and rebirth, if you would like to enrich your consciousness, enrich your soul, then make sure to subscribe to this channel. Because, you know, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but this is a pretty cool channel, you know? And if you already subscribed, you guys already know. How many times do I have to say this? I'm gonna keep saying this like every single day. Like literally every single day. If you have not, or if you're subscribed and you have not yet hit the notification bell beside the button where it says subscribe, make sure you do that, because, you know, you can be notified every time I upload something. And then you'd also help out the channel grow that way, because the YouTube algorithm, if enough people see the video from the first whatever that the video is viewed, then YouTube is more likely to rank up the video. So the epiphany that I had this morning is the mind is always trying to find certainty and structure and safety and security and stability, because it is concerned for its survival. And it's always trying to make sure that it survives. This is what the ego does, right? So the way I saw this in my own life is I'm always trying to plan things, you know, even when everything is right where it is. Right where it is, you know? Like today, thank God, thank Krishna, thank Ram, thank Allah. You know, everything is beautiful. Everything is just, I mean, it's all in place, you know, in all levels, on all chakras. The root chakra, the sex chakra, the power chakra, all chakras. All of them, the heart chakra. You know, it's beautiful. And then, in this beautiful moment, I find myself saying, let's sit down and plan ahead. Let's plan like, okay, you're making this much money this month, let's try and make this much next month and the one after. And it's like I'm trying to take this, whatever goodness is happening in my life at the moment, and I want now to like cling on to it. I want to attach to it. I want security. I want stability. I want structure. I want to know, okay, you know, I'm gonna be secure. I'm gonna survive. This is good. This is good. And that's the ego. That's the mind. You know, instead of enjoying the kingdom of heaven that is in the here and now, which you have always access to it, regardless of what's happening in your life. Here is me in a blissful moment, in absolute bliss. You know, it's just, you know? And here's my mind coming up with these thoughts and taking me out of the moment and into this planning, thinking mode. Let's try and capture whatever I have in this moment. And essentially what the mind is trying to do is the mind is trying to create its eternity. Because the ego thinks, the mind thinks that, you know, I'm going to die. It knows. Your mind, your body, your physical body, the ego knows it's going to die. It knows that it's time is up, motherfucker. Like, you know, it knows, because your body's in a state of decay already. It is. And so it tries to create its own eternity. It thinks it's gonna live forever. It tries to do that anyway, to the best of its ability. Just give me a moment, guys, here, because I've just got to get on the highway and all right, we're good. So the ego, afraid of death, afraid of dying, is always going to try to do what it can to prolong its survival in this incarnation, in this lifetime. And so it wants to cling on to things, and it wants to plan, and it's always trying to move ahead in the future and plan things and make sure we're always going to be okay. You know, you're okay right now, let's make sure you're going to be okay tomorrow, and let's make sure you're going to be okay in a month, and let's make sure you're going to be okay in 2 months, in 3 months, in 4 months. Baby, if you're not okay here, if you're not okay now, you ain't never going to be okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you're not okay with uncertainty, see, that's what the mind always wants certainty. The heart is totally okay with uncertainty, because the heart, it's right, your eternal, your soul, your spirit lives in your heart. It lives right here in the heart cave. And it's eternal, baby. It's eternal. It doesn't have boundaries. There's no death and there's no life. It does not die and it does not live. It is, right? It's eternal. It's eternal. So the heart says, you want to give me uncertainty? Fine, I'll take it. Who cares? Like, oh, you're gonna die? Yeah, your body's gonna die. You know, you're gonna die as an organism, but like, I'm right here. Where am I gonna go? Like, I'm right here. This is, you know, who the fuck are you kidding? So then for me, right there and then, in that moment, I realized, okay, you know what? I've got to stop planning so much and be more grateful for the moment and be okay. This is the most, I think this is where the rubber meets the road. Be okay with uncertainty. Be okay with living in uncertainty, because, you know, the truth of the matter is, no matter how certain you think things are for you, there's always uncertainty. Like, for example, you know, I'm gonna, you know, trust in Allah here. Okay, I'm gonna trust in God, but I'm gonna give you an example. What if I get in an accident right now? You know, again, I don't wanna, like, I'm just thanking God here. I'm trusting that that's not gonna happen, right? What if I get in an accident right now? That possibility is always there. It's always there. So as long as I'm behind the wheels, the truth of the matter is, the possibility of me getting in an accident is always there. Anything can happen at any moment. Yeah, okay. You think everything is in your life is good? Anything can change in an instant, like this. Like this. For better and for worse. For both, mind you. For better and for worse. So to reach a level of equanimity where nothing really bothers you, and you're okay with anything, is to basically just realize that, hey, look, uncertainty is the way of things. Uncertainty is the way of life. And I might as well learn how to be comfortable with living in uncertainty, with living in an uncertain life. Because life itself is an act of uncertainty. I mean, like, you know, it is so full of uncertainty. Every single moment is filled with uncertainty and filled with infinite possibility. So knowing that, are you gonna be scared all the time that this is gonna go wrong, or that's gonna go wrong, or what if this goes wrong, or let me try to capture and attach to this moment and attach to whatever it is that's giving me comfort at the moment? No, because you're gonna die, and that's the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is, your ego has to sooner or later face the fact that it's going to die. And that's why it's important to contemplate death every single day. Keep death by your shoulders. Seriously, guys, keep death by your shoulders. If you keep death by your shoulders and you're prepared for the possibility that you can die at any moment, then your ego will start to learn, whether it likes it or not, to stop planning for its eternity so much, because you realize, you tell your ego, hey, motherfucker, you ain't gonna live forever. You know, this whole thing is that it's a little simple 80, 90, 100-year-old trip at the most. If everything goes well, that is. You know, and really keep death by your shoulders. When you keep death by your shoulders and you remember death, memento mori. Memento mori, remember death. Back in the Roman days, whenever, you know, the Roman emperor went out for a parade, for a victory parade, and I don't know exactly if all emperors did that, but at some point, at least the emperors that were smart enough, they would keep like one of their slaves, right? Because they had slaves at the time. And, you know, when the emperor's going about and he's enjoying the victory and all the crowd, the people on the streets are dancing and singing and praising the name of the emperor, right? Then this slave would be there specifically to tell him memento mori, memento mori. Keep whispering in his ears, in the emperor's ears, memento mori, remember death, remember death, remember death. So that his ego, the emperor's ego, doesn't get too caught up in this. So if the emperor remembers that, hey, I'm gonna die, then, you know, because very easily your ego can get so inflated when you're seeing thousands and thousands of people cheer your name because you just won. You just won a war, you know? Happens all the time in politics. So yeah, memento mori, remember death. If you remember death, you keep death by your side every day when you wake up. Then every time you catch yourself in these moments trying to cling on to something, or trying to plan, or, you know, capture, attachment. My God, the mind loves to attach and loves to create illusions that it's gonna go on and it's gonna live forever. That's not gonna happen. That's the truth of the matter. That's the truth of the matter. So I wanted to share this with you guys because, you know, by no means am I good at this at all. You know, the reason why I'm making this video is because I realize how much work I need to put into my consciousness, into my awareness, just for this specific thing, right? So that's it, guys. God bless you all. The game of life is played in here. So really, if you want to change anything about your life, you don't go outwards, you go inwards. God bless you all. I love every single one of you guys. You're all amazing, wonderful beings. Make sure to download my free book, 5 Powerful Habits to Dominate Life in All Areas. Just go to 5powerfulhabits.com, or you will find a link for it in the description. 5powerfulhabits.com. And that's it, guys. God bless you. Love, I love every single one of you guys, okay? I mean it. I love every single one of you guys. But don't forget to subscribe, or you're gonna sleep with the fishes.